Hey there YouTube, this is J1P2K and I'm here with another unboxing video for the Chaotic series. This time I'm doing the Shifting Sands series right here. There was 10 packs left in the box when I bought it, so let's see what's inside them. By the way, I bought this at Dizzy's Dugouts again, not sponsored. Great place if you want to find some old cards or meet up with some guys and play some cards and possibly even find some collectibles there. But let's get to the card. Let's get to these cards. Also, I'm not really worried about codes except for maybe like super rares and ultra rare cards. So I'm fine with showing them to you guys. If you want to copy them, that's fine, and use them if they ever come back. It's fine. I got dozens of duplicates of these things, possibly. So let's see what happens. So we have Melik here. Pretty cool. Mark Robon. I'm not good with pronouncing names, so don't blame me. Oh, Mind Strike. Oh wait, I forgot to talk about these. This one here, Melik, says here he has invisibility 10. If a Mirage location is in play, he gains an additional invisibility 10, so he can get invisibility 20. Beware when traveling the hunter's perimeter, you may become the hunted. Interesting. And his abilities are when he gains a music counter, infect target uninfected creature. And by spending a music counter, you can activate or deactivate Hive until end of turn. Mind Strike is just an attack, 5 water, and an additional 5 damage for each status in terms of wisdom of 30, 50, and 70. Song of Dryad, I think? Heal 10 damage to target creature, deal 10 damage to target creature. That's pretty useful. Can help you one of two ways. It's music. Pick up the overworld. What brings happiness to one brings pain to another. That can honestly be true depending on the circumstances. Here we have Balkani. Rare card. Reduce recklessness damage dealt to war beasts you control by 10. And by spending one of his music counters, reduce reckless damage dealt to war beasts you control by an additional 10 until end of turn. So if you lose a music, so he's a conjurer, and if you end up losing a conjurer, you can use one of his music counters to kind of balance that out. Now here's a super rare that I got, so I won't be showing the code for it. It's called Strain of the Tide. It costs no music. Remove any number of overworld creatures in your discard pile from the game. Heal 10 damage to target creature for each card you remove this way. So that can really be good if you're if it's just one, you have only one creature left and your opponent has one creature left. That can be very useful in terms of getting a major boost. Hunter's Lure. Sacrifice Hunter's Lure, move both engaged creatures to an open space on the battle board. Stupefying Tide. That's a pretty funny image. Right there. Base 5, 5 water damage. If the opposing creature engages with the opposing engaged creature's wisdom is 50 or less, deal 10 damage. And we have Val. Oh. So by removing 2 music counters, you can remove a music counter from a target creature. Not really that good, if you ask me. Not really worth it. As the annihilator of music, Val prevents the casting of music by targeting the source, the musicians themselves. Let me get these things a little lined up so I can, just in case if I get duplicates, I don't have to have you guys just constantly see them over and over. Pack number 2. So we have Calt. As I said, I'm not good at pronouncing these names unless I've heard them in the show 100 times. So by removing a music counter, another target creature gains an element of your choice until end of turn. If that creature is an elementalist, it gains a music counter. This ability can only be used once per turn. Okay? Here is Drymeese. And it says here, reduce recklessness damage dealt to war beasts by 10. If he has no music counter, sacrifice him. So he's a risky card. If you use him for musics, you could end up losing him. Stop this madness. Haven't you learned from your mistakes? Sobex. Trying to prevent my cards getting close to my soda. So we have Hydro Balls. Sorry for the glare. It's 5 damage. Status check, Wisdom 50. Your engaged creature gains element type water until end of turn. Lepetian Dew Farm. There we go. Initiation is Courage. Scouts gain element type water. Engaged creatures with element type water pay a music counter, heal 10 damage to target creature. Under the sun, 1 drop is the difference between life and death. Oof. Here we have Liquidous Swirl. I'm not fair. As I said, not good with names. So it deals 10 water damage, and if your creature has water, your engaged creature loses element type water until end of turn. No, not really a thing for me. Here we have another Balnikin. Melody of Parasitic Madness. And it says here, pay 1 music counter, infect target infected engaged creature. If Hive is active, uninfect all creatures controlled by an opponent instead and deal 5 damage to target engaged creature for each creature uninfected this way. So it just depends on how you have the card, how you have the thing, you have it set up. I'm trying to move some stuff around here. Sorry for that. Here we have Blind Fury. And it says, and does 10 wind damage. If your engaged creature has recklessness, deal 5 damage. So this is a pretty good card with war beasts. And here's one of our first war beasts. Titanic. Or Titanics. There we go. So he's got intimidation of courage and speed of 50, recklessness of 20. Sobek, admit that the rewards far outweigh the risks. Dry miss. So we can kind of see an argument between these. So with these 2 cards, we kind of see an argument being dealt. we can kind of see an argument between the two characters who's being dealt. And another melody. Hold on. Where did I put that card? I know it's just another melody of Parasitic Malice. Where did I put that card? Not sponsored by the soda company. For now. Pack number 3. All right. So here we have entropy modulator. Entropy modulator. Sacrifice it, deal 15 damage to target creature. That could be good if you put it on a If you put it on a conjurer and they end up getting the battle. It could be a good way to get them out of it right away. Another Kali. Oh, this is a card that I really like with my deck. I'm not gonna. So, Enlightened Tonicity. Deal 5 damage for Earth, an additional 5 damage for each status check of Courage. With the right combination, you can do major damage with this. There's some combinations you can pull with the others, like with Mind Strike and the other ones. So we have Arbor Smash. Deal 5 basic damage. Status check Courage. Your engaged creature gains element type Earth until end of turn. Heptad's Crown. Equipped creature may play music from any tribe. When equipped creature plays a music or an ability, Heptad's Crown deals 10 damage to it. Reveal this battle here at the beginning of the game. And it's a unique, so you can only have one in your deck at a time. It's kind of interesting. Heptad's Crown, some people wondered why he can cast music from the other tribes. And I guess we know why. He has his crown. As you see in the final episode, his crown is the only reason why he's able to have a physical form in the, physical plane. Ooh. Reckless Reproachment. This is pretty good. Pretty interesting. If the opposing engaged creature has recklessness, deal damage equal to that creature's recklessness value. So if for some reason you would possibly find yourself going up against a War Beast deck, this is a good card to use against them. So here's Sand, Mopedian Elite. So he has Invisibility Surprise. Air 5. At the beginning of your turn, you may sacrifice Sand. If you do, each player sacrifices 3 music counters. If Sand has any music counters, sacrifice it. So, this can be pretty useful. If played right. So here's Strain of Clarity. It costs no music. Shuffle your Mirage location into owner's location deck. If it was an active location, the top card of its owner's location deck becomes the new active location. So this actually allows you to switch up the deck a bit if you play it right. And finally, we have Trampling Tackle. This is the same as Blind Fury, but instead it focuses on earth damage instead of wind damage. All right. Number 4. Overworld Embassy at Mepedian Oasis. That's pretty good. And pretty neat place. Initiative is Wisdom. When this becomes the active location, shuffle any Mirage locations in its owner's location deck. Mepedians gain element type water. This outward tranquility masks a termis within. Okay, explain to me that one because I'm questioning it. Questioning what that means. We have another Meek or Melik, another Hydro Balls, another Mephidian Dew Farm. Ooh, this is interesting. Catacomb of the Conjurers. So this is pretty neat. Initiative is a War Beast. Recklessness dealt damage to War. Reduce Recklessness dealt damage to War Beasts by 5. Conjurers gain Recklessness 5. Whoa. Sorry about that. Shunned by even the most tolerant of Mepedians, Conjurers continue to push the boundaries of music. Oh. Oh, here's another. I got another super rare. I already have this one, but this is Chowler. Equipped creature cannot be the target of abilities. Reveal this battle gear at the beginning of game. Huh, that's interesting. So is another Titanics. Okay, Echoes of Empty Hands. Destroy all battle gear equipped to target engaged creatures. That creature gains 10 energy until end of turn. Even lifeless machines have a life force. Vidal. There. Ooh. Matagor. Matagor? Is that right? Let's see. Deals 5 fire damage and 5 earth damage. If your engaged creature is a Mepedian, it gains element type air until end of turn. I don't think that's good. Air is basically the element of the Mepedian, so I mean there are those who can't do it, but See, maybe you guys have better ideas on how it can be used. Because I don't. So, halfway there. So we're at the halfway point. So, Ina. And her ability is that not having to pay a Muji counter, you remove a Muji counter from target creature. If you do, put a Muji counter on another target creature controlled by the same player. This ability can only be used once per turn. So, you can actually use this to count. So if your opponent has a mixed tribe deck, you might be able to use this to counteract some Mujiks that they may try to cast on you. Or it could help you cast Mujiks that you need to use, but you don't have the tribe for it. Oh, this is a good combination. Okay. This is Koldor. This guy is awesome. I had a friend who totally used this guy every single time we would battle because of his ability. This is really good. So, hear me out. When Koldor wins a Wisdom challenge, it gains Mujic. And here's the deal. What you do, that you put these two together in a deck. As long as he's getting Mujic counters, you can use her ability to give those counters to other creatures. Great combination idea. Never ever used it, but still. It can be really good if used properly. And his flavor text reads, without the harness, Goldor's unstable spark would have exploded and destroyed Param long ago. Okay. I'm scared. And frightened. And I honestly don't want to know what would happen if that harness came off. But he is pretty good. He's got 100. He has over 100 wisdom, so that's pretty awesome. We have Webbed Cocoon. This is the same as Arbor Smash, but with fire. Instead, your creature would gain fire if they had 50 power. Void Dread. Pronounce it for me later. Remove up to 3 target cards from the player's general discard pile from the game. Well, that's normally not a problem. Maybe against an Underworld or a Pedian deck, that would be good. There's nothing to dwell on the past. What is lost is best forgotten. So, here's Harnessed Rage. Same thing, basis 5 damage. If your engaged creature has recklessness, deal damage equal to its reckless value. Okay, now this is really good for a War Beast deck, because this can deal serious damage with the right War Beasts. Oh, here. Oh, got another super rare. Not sure if I got him. I have to check, but here he is. His name is Grangolus. Grangolus? Damage which would have been dealt to Grangolus by Mujic deals 0 damage instead. Until end of turn, and by paying 2 Mujic counters, until end of turn, damage which would have been dealt to target creature by Mujic deals 0 damage instead. That can actually be useful. Here is Ranon. And he's the same. Reduce recklessness by 10, but by paying a Mujic counter, he can heal 10 to a target creature. I will not rest until both Maxor and Kayor pay for their treachery. There's no quote. This is not quoted, so we don't know who said this. Maybe it's him, but we don't know where it's come from. Here is Strain of Ash. It costs no music. Sacrifice a battle gear equipped to an unengaged underworld creature you control. If you do so, destroy target battle gear. It's a unique. As his ice cloak vanished, Boldle calculated he had 8.5 seconds until the firestorm immobilized him. Here's Fear Fight. He's basis 5 earth damage, and if the opposing engaged creature has 50 or less courage, deal 10 damage. Okay. I gotta move something out of the way. Gotta make more room for all these extra cards I'm getting. And there's the first 5. Let's go for the other 5. All right. Duplicate. Oh, here's something. Armament Adjito. By paying a Mujic counter, choose 2 target creatures controlled by the same player. Swap any battle gear on those creatures. It's true that we have accomplished great feats alone, but together we can accomplish miracles. Yeah. Okay, this is one of my favorite flavor texts in the entire game. Because it's really true, it's really powerful, it's really on point, so yeah. This is one of my favorite flavor texts. Here's something good or interesting. Song of Desperation. Song of Desperation. By paying a music counter, her target creature gains 30 energy, and its check-in challenges do 0 damages instead of their normal amount of damage until end of turn. So its aim is point on. It's desperation here. You're low on energy, you use it. Actually, this may work well with Heptad. Since he focuses mostly on elemental attacks, this could be good for him. And as his crown says, he can use the music from any tribe. So that would be good. Here we have Rot Cloud. It deals 10 basic damage. If the opposing engaged creature has element type air, deal 5 damage. If the opposing engaged creature has element type earth, deal 5 damage. So, against the right creatures, that can be strong. Tune of Exram. Okay, here it is. Pay a music, sacrifice a battle gear. If you do, return another battle gear from your discard pile to play and equip to an unengaged creature you control. Okay, I think this was used in the show. It's pretty good. It's just like the other one, Armor of Armorinth, but instead you get a battle gear from your discard pile, and then add it to and can equip it to any creature. So both of these could be good for different reasons. Oh, Wind Whip. Engaged creatures. If the engaged creature is a Mopedian, it gains element type air. If the engaged creature is a conjurer, war beast you control gain recklessness 5. That could be useful. Like as I said, harnessed rage is really good if you have a strong reckless creature. Man, I'm thirsty. Here's Hefdan. And when this creature you control gains a music counter, Hefdan gains Rage and Swift 2 until end of turn. Though feared by many for looking like an underworlder, Hefdan is as loyal to Maxor as they come. Wow. I'm starting to see a combination here. Okay. All right. Duplicate. Ooh. Ropan Sheik, the ocean with no water. Nice. Initiative is fire. Air and earth attacks deal an additional 5 damage. When a water attack is played, that attacker's controller turns the top card of their location attack face up. This becomes the active location. And it's a mirage location, so it has a very unique effect. Mirage ability. At the end of combat, engaged creatures gain music. Wow. Here we have Force Strike, the power one of the attacks. Fire base damage. Oh. Vin Quartar. And this was a pretty good card as well. I think a friend of mine used sometimes. When the first attack dealt by Vin Quartar resolves, if Vin Quartar's courage and wisdom are both higher than the opposing engaged creature's courage and wisdom, that attack deals 0. Oh. When the first attack dealt to him resolves, If his courage and wisdom are higher than the opposing engaged creature's courage and wisdom, that attack deals 0 damage. So that's actually nice. Rhythm of the Reckless. This here is my substitute for Song of Reversal. I wish I had Song of Reversal, because that would actually make my deck, in my opinion, perfect, but this is my substitute. And it says here, when a target attack controlled by an opponent resolves, deal X damage to target engaged creature, where X is the damage that attack dealt. The eyes show that which can be seen, but the ears reveal that which is real. So Stupefying Tide, duplicate, duplicate, duplicate again. Where did I put it? Here we go. So starting to get a lot of duplicates. There we go. So, duplicate. Oh, and it's flower. Pretty good. Engaged creature gains 5 energy, and by sacrificing the flower, target conjurer gains 2 music counters. So, actually, these can actually be good together. Maybe not have this equipped to him, but using its ability to give him music counters. Oh, progressive speed, the speed power one. So we got all of them. Duplicate. Ooh. Zap Itar. This is pretty interesting. Sacrifice a battle gear, deal 5 damage to target creature. This ability can only be used once per turn, and by sacrificing him, you can destroy target battle gear. So, that's up to you guys. So how you would play him. Now this one I don't have. Purified Mud. Deals 5 fire damage, 5 earth damage, and no water damage. But it says here that if the target creature has both earth and water, deal 5 damage, then gain 5 energy until end of turn. So, yeah. I might be using this. Might. Wind Whip duplicate. Duplicate. Oh! Here's the card mentioned in Melek card, the Hunter's Perimeter. And its initiation speed. When this becomes the active location, Mepedians gain Invisibility Surprise until end of turn. At the beginning of combat, reveal a new active location. Mirage. Invisibility cannot be neglected. Okay. 2 left. Let's see if we get something good out of these. And I'm glad I got Purified Mud. I never had that. Okay, so duplicate. Oh, Lightning Canister. Engaged creature gains 5 energy when Lightning Canister is placed in the discard pile. Deal 5 damage to target engaged creature. Interesting. Duplicate. 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 Oh. Reality Field Generator. So, when this equipped creature enters a space with a Mirage location, shuffle that Mirage location into the owner's location deck. Mirage locations may not be placed in equipped creature's space. Ooh. Reactive Resolution. 10 base damage. Challenge of Courage 15 deals 5 damage if your creature has 15 more courage. Challenge of Speed 15 and it would deal 5 damage. And if you were to win both challenges, that would deal 30 damage. So that is 35 damage if you can get all conditions. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. All right, so last one. No ultras. Some supers, but no ultras. So let's see what we get. Duplicate. Ooh, ear. And he's a Mopedian Warbeast with a range of 5, Swith of 4, and Recklessness of 10. And he cannot be entered into mixed armies, which is a problem with the thing of all Warbeasts. Born of Sand and Storm, Ear can traverse the Mopedian Desert in mere seconds. Dexterous Storm. And this is basically if your creature has a good amount of speed, they can earn wind or air, the ability to use air attacks. Hydro Balls, duplicate, Pet Crown, duplicate, Reckless Approach, duplicate. And rest are duplicates. So no ultras, sadly enough. But I hope you enjoyed this. Come back next month when I take a look at the first set of the new series, Beyond the Door.